Hi guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. We've had a request from the Daisy Keto Cafe, and this is involving minced beef. So I thought we'd go through just a few recipes and a few ideas just using minced beef. So the first one that we're going to do is a meatloaf, and this is great that you can batch make this. You can eat it hot as a main course. You can also eat this cold. It's great sliced and put onto sandwiches. So let me show you the basic recipe and then we'll go from there. So we've got 60 grams of minced beef. Just when we're talking about minced beef, always check the brand and the supermarket. Each different minced beef will contain different quantities of fat. So obviously you'll have to take that into account into your ratio. So just check the back of the packet and then you can work that out for your ratio. I just use a Tesco's own brand for this. So this works out as a 2-to-1 ratio, but again we can add more fat, but I'll give you some tips and tricks and show you how to do that. So inside we've then got 20 grams of spring onions. They've just been sliced finely. We've then got 20 grams of butter. This has been melted and then cooled. Because we're going to use egg in this recipe, we don't want the butter too hot, otherwise it's going to cook the egg. So that goes in. We've then got 10 grams of parmesan. So that's increasing the fat into this, as well as it's going to add the seasoning, because parmesan's got such good flavour. We then don't need to add any salt to this because we're going to use the parmesan instead. We've then got 15 grams of egg, and that's going to help bind everything together. We've then got our keto, so we've got 26 grams of keto. Again, that helps bind, adds the fat into there. And then we've also got 10 grams of coconut flour. So if you want to make this so it's ideal for taking to schools, you can change this and use fibre flour, or you can use chestnut flour. But again, they're going to be slightly higher in carbohydrates, so you might just need to adjust your recipe just for your ratio. So that all goes in. I'm going to add some ground black pepper. At this stage you can add some mixed herbs in there, you can add some geared garlic in there. Smoked paprika is really nice, and it's really easy and simple. All we're going to do is just whisk that together, just so it all combines. So that's what it's then going to look like. I bake these in loaf tins. This is my silicone one. You've seen me use this for cupcakes and loaf cakes and lemon drizzles and things like that. So we're just going to divide this into two and place that in there. You don't need any fat because obviously we've got the fat in there when it cooks. Get every last little bit in. At this stage you can freeze these raw, so you can just put the whole tray in the freezer, wait till they've frozen, and then you can lift them out and put them into a jiffy bag or a box. Then you can bake them whenever you need them, or you can bake them and then let them cool and then freeze them, and then again you can just bring one out when you need to do it. But again, simple, easy. A lot of the things you can have in the store cupboard again, so that's great. So that's them, but we'll put them in the oven and then you can see them when they've cooked. The next one we're going to look at is a moussaka. Just because we don't kind of talk about aubergine as much as some other vegetables, but aubergines are great at absorbing a lot of oil. So again, works on everybody's ratio from a 1-to-1 right up to a 4-to-1. So in this recipe you get 70 grams of aubergine. That's what it looks like. So depending on the size of your dish that you're going to bake this in, you might need more or less slices. I'm going to bake this into a ramekin because these store really good in the freezer and they go from the freezer to the oven. Again, if you've got a bigger dish, you might want a few more slices. So I'm just going to cut this into 3. And then on a baking tray, just place them on, and then with the oil, you just drizzle on the oil and it'll just absorb. Bake them in the oven, and then when they come out, you'll have aubergine slices then that look like this. So they're nice and charred, lots of flavour, but they've absorbed all of that oil, and that's what we're looking for in this recipe. So let's make the sauce. So it's like a simple bolognese sauce. Let's turn on our pan and add the rest of the oil. Get that nice and hot. So into there we've got our mushrooms. We've got 30 grams of mushrooms. So again, helping us absorb all of that oil that's in there. We've then got 20 grams of spring onion, again sliced thinly. I like to cook them a little bit first just before we add the minced beef, just so it helps absorb some of that oil and then starts cooking our vegetables. Also into there we've got some Gia tomato paste. So again, put that in now because it's better to cook it out because it just cooks out a little bit of that flavour. So all of that into the pan as well. And then we've got our minced beef. So we've got 60 grams of minced beef. When you put that in, just make sure that you break that down so everything gets coated, because we want to kind of toast this and get some nice charring on there just to add some flavour. Smells amazing already. Let's add some pepper. So this you can batch make at this stage, and again you can freeze some portions off. One trick that I wanted to show you is with some aubergine. So if we're making bolognese, which we kind of all do, a simple trick to do is to make some noodles, which is to use the aubergine instead of pasta or roe. Slim rice or slim pasta. So if you just chop the aubergines into thin slices and again place them on a baking tray and then bake them, you can then serve the bolognese sauce with the aubergine noodles, and that's another good way of using up and getting more fat into the diet. So our beef all brown, nice, vegetables are cooked. So let's go ahead and add our tomatoes. Just cook that out just for a minute, just to combine everything together. And then I'm going to turn it off because we're going to bake this again. The meat's brown, so we know that's cooked. So let's look at the topping. So the topping for a moussaka is really nice. So we've got 30 grams of cream cheese, we've got 20 grams of mozzarella, and then into that we're going to add 40 mils of double cream. So the moussaka has this nice cheese top on, so when it's baked it kind of sets. We've got, let me check, 18 grams of keto. That goes in, and then we've got 30 grams of whisked egg. So this makes our topping. So all we do is just mix to combine all of these ingredients together, and this makes a quick and easy cheese sauce. If the cream cheese is at room temperature, then everything whisks in quite well. So there we go. So we've got our topping already done. So let's have a look and let's build our moussaka. Let me grab a spoon. So into the bottom of the dish I'm going to put some of our cheese sauce. And this is layering, so again it's like lasagna but we can use the aubergine in. And then we're going to put in some of our mince. Again, kind of push that down because it's all about the layers. So we're going to put another slice of aubergine on that and then press that down. And then we're going to scoop the rest of our mixture. Make sure you get all of them last little bits in. Again, that's there. And then we're going to top with the rest of our cheese mixture. So this you want to kind of spread out over the top. It will bake and set on the top of this just because it's got the egg in. So again, we want to move this out to the outside. If you've got a bigger dish and you need to cover the top, you don't need to put the bottom layer in, but it's nice when you've kind of got it all layered up together. Again, add our last little bit in there, and then that goes into the oven as well. So bake that just so everything's, the cheese is set on the top. So we're going 170 for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you've got a bigger one, you might just need to do that a little bit more. So let's pop them in the oven and then we'll come back and I'll show you the meatloaf and I'll show you the aubergine and I'll also show you the aubergine noodles. Okay, so I've cooked the moussaka. So as you can see, you've got all the layers and you've got the cheese in there and the cheese on the top just sets. So again, real nice meal, all in one. Great to batch make, great to freeze. There we've got our meatloaf that are made. I've served this with some celeriac chips, so I just want to talk quickly just about that so I can have them in. Once you get a celeriac, don't ever buy the big ones. If you get a smaller one, they tend to be more dense. The bigger ones tend to have a spongy core in the middle, so when you slice them, they don't tend to brown up as much. So if you're always kind of looking at celeriac, go for a smaller one rather than the bigger one. Peel the outside and then all you do is just chop it into wedges, like so. I put them in a jiffy bag and then added oil to that so it starts coating them. At this stage you can put these then in the freezer and then take out a quantity that you need and then bake them. Or what you can do is you can bake them cooked and then put them on a tray, freeze them, put them in a bag and then take out and heat up whenever you need to do it. So if you're going to get a celeriac, you might as well make a lot of chips or a lot of mash and then do it that way. So that's, we've served with the meatloaf and then we've got our aubergine noodles then just with our bolognese. So again, another alternative to slim rice or slim pasta just to make a complete meal. All the recipes are on my keto planner. There's burger recipes on there, we've got lasagna recipes, we've got all the bits and bobs with minced beef, so please have a look on there. If you've got any questions, attach them to the video and let me have a look. But if you can take any pictures, I'd love to see them. So again, thanks for watching everybody at the Daisy Keto Cafe. Let me know and I'll see you next time. Bye.